Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Dreamfall Chapters. We are attempting a prison break with Kian Alvane and the captain. Let's see. There's nothing we can do with that right now. Nothing we can do with that. Let's see. There's something on here that I can't do anything with. I guess I need to get you to move or something. You know, just invade your personal space there, Captain.
This passage leads up to the roof, but the gate's twice locked. There's no getting through. We need to find another way up. I got you this far, Kian. Now you need to put that Azadi brain of yours to work, and quick.
Alright.
I'll do what he asks of me. If nothing else, he will have given me a warrior's death, and not a coward's.
Well, that's good.
About the tower.
Let's focus on getting you out of here first, boy.
Okie dokie. Alright, let's see. There's a torch up there.
These torches burn day and night. There's no other light in this accursed place.
I mean, there are windows in the cells.
We don't have much time.
I'm working on it.
These torches burn day and night. There's no other light in this accursed place.
Alright, so there might be something I can do with the torch.
Locked. The riot hasn't reached this floor yet.
Yep. I don't think we have a time limit. That's just going back to the torches.
Locked. The riot hasn't reached this floor yet. So many barrels. Do they never clean up after themselves? The slop we eat 3 times a day arrives in these barrels. The stench I feel. Shadow be damned. The guards are getting closer. A piece of cloth. Moist. With what, I'd rather not know.
Oh, let's go ahead and take it. A napkin.
I knew a chandler once. He didn't burn his candle at both ends. Laziest man I ever met.
I can look at the plate, too.
I've eaten the slop they called porridge for so long I've forgotten the taste of meat.
Oh, it's terrible.
What I wouldn't have done for a single bite of that meal. I draw the line at licking the plate clean. I'm hungry for red meat,
No, I was thinking
but
you
I'm
could
not a dog.
take the plate and do something with it.
It's some sort of food elevation device. As though walking a few flights of stairs is too much work.
It's a speaking tube. Hello? Anyone there?
Apparently not. Alright, what about this lever?
They use this contraption to transport food from the kitchens below. That chain goes up to the mechanism that raises and lowers the cage. It's covered in thick oil. It's covered in thick oil.
Well, we do have a napkin. Maybe we can
I
use
managed
that.
to wipe off a tiny bit of oil, but it won't make much of a difference. I still can't climb the chain. On the
Okay.
positive side, I now have an oily cloth.
Woohoo! Oily rags! Crow would be so proud. Alright, let's go take a look at the... Nope, nothing there. Take a look at this door here.
There's no way through here.
Alright, can we put the oiled napkin on the arrow? Okay, we can. Let's go ahead and light it up. Maybe we can do something with that.
It's mounted securely to the wall.
I'm curious to see where this is going.
Yeah, me too. I'm not exactly sure myself.
The oil is burning off.
It's gonna make it a little hot.
Oh, clever boy. I knew you wouldn't disappoint me.
Still warm, but it's cooling quickly.
Oh, goody. Let's climb up a very hot...
Should be able to climb the chain now.
Well, you first. If that chain's still hot, I want some warning.
Of course. I mean, I figure that this would be rather hot, but let's go. Kind of surprised it didn't do more to cause a fire, but...
They've readied the sword for you. A warrior's death.
What are we doing here? Where's our cloud ship?
We need to buy ourselves some time. Quick. Block that gate. Use the lever to lower the bar. Quickly now.
He's a brave and true man.
For the love of Mojal's 7 prostitutes, Kian, lower that damned bar now! They're here!
Oh. Might have screwed this up. Yeah, it looks like I screwed that up. I was curious if that would happen.
What are we
Okay.
doing here? Where's our cloud ship?
We need to buy ourselves some time. Quick. Block that gate.
So you can die, but
Use
the
lever
game
to
is
lower the bar.
pretty
Quickly.
forgiving about it.
Now arm yourself.
A sharp blade, used by the headsman.
There's a sword over there.
Yeah, I'm going to take it.
Come over here now.
Well, hold on. There might be other things to look at.
By the Mojal's bloated testes, stop fucking about and get your ass over here, boy.
I don't want to.
He's a brave and true man. I'm grateful to him. How will we escape? I thought you'd have a ship waiting.
A ship? No, boy. Your way out of here is not on a cloud ship, but through a portal created by the very magic your people are trying to stamp out.
Well, that's convenient,
Way.
I guess.
Only one of us can pass through that portal before it closes. And it requires a sacrifice.
Wait, what?
It's dark magic. It requires blood and pain. It requires a life.
What? No. No. I cannot accept your sacrifice. Either both of us leave or neither.
Don't be a Mojal damned fool, boy. I have made my peace with the gods. And you say the same.
Probably not.
Besides, I may be a decent fighter, but you... Without you, the resistance will falter, and the Azadi will be victorious.
You might be putting
Now
too
run
much
me
on
for
him,
that
but...
sword so that you can get out of here and start paying your debts.
Click on the balance symbol to see what other players have chosen. We can see that this is timed.
Many more deaths before this night is over. No. There's been enough bloodshed. I don't want another life on my conscience. His eyes speak the truth. He has embraced death in a way I never could. Where I only saw defeat, he sees victory.
I'm timed here.
I don't know where this path may lead. But what choice do I have? How many more?
I'm gonna spare his life.
I cannot. I'm not worthy of such a sacrifice.
Listen to me, boy. If you don't do this, then it's all for naught. The whole bloody thing.
There's been too much death. Too much!
Oh, for the love of the 4 heavens. That bloody stings.
I'd imagine so. Not exactly sure how he climbed up the chain with just one hand and one foot, but... I guess he managed to do it.
I have only one memory of my mother. She held me to her heart until I fell asleep.
I mean, you remember the song.
That night, she threw herself from the city walls into the shallows. Her body was never found. For the longest time, I would climb those walls, balance on the edge,
Ow!
and close my eyes. I always thought I would join her in the darkness, in that cold, cold sea.
I actually can't remember if they had
Never did.
firearms in the previous game. That might be a new invention over the past year. But the sacrifice was made, and Kian has been whisked away with a little bit of pain. Achievement unlocked, the Cold, Cold Sea.
Goddess, damn him to the Shadow Eternal!
What?
Kian. Kian has escaped the keep.
Leave us. Now! What are you saying? That's impossible. He's supposed to die.
He's gone. Fled from the roof with the help of a rebel infiltrator in a bloody riot.
The roof? But how?
Portal. Dark magic.
That's impossible.
I must interrogate the men who let him escape. They will rue this day for the rest of their short and miserable lives. And that bone-headed warden, he will pay for this with his life.
I don't understand. Friar's Keep is warded against thaumaturgy.
Inside, yes, which is why they fled to the roof.
Oh, convenient.
Do you have any idea where he is?
With the rebels, I'm sure. Wherever they've holed up. I will leave no stone unturned to find them.
In their hands, Alvane is a poisonous dagger.
You think I'm not aware? You think I don't know how dangerous he is? I know that traitor better than anyone. But I will find him. Him and his cohorts. Under the sight of the goddess, this I swear.
Ever thought about letting go of your anger,
It
sir?
won't reach her ears.
Make sure of that. If she learns their precious apostle is still alive, she will want him alive so that she can speak to him. And if she learns the truth...
We won't give her the opportunity.
Good. Because if she ever does, you and I will be paying with our lives.
Oh, hey, we have a plan now.
What in the light are you waiting for? You won't catch him in here, Commander. Go! Take care of this.
New character unlocked.
Goddess watches.
Well, so all we should need to do is let the first know when she arrives. Monday, July 24th, 22:20.
3 months anniversary today.
That's mad. I feel like I've been coming here for years.
How are you?
What do you think?
You have more energy. You appear more content with your life now than you did 3 months ago. But only you can tell how you are feeling. I can't do that for you.
I know.
You remember nothing of what happened before the coma. You're not sure you want to remember. I think you do. Do you agree with that, Zoe?
And potentially lose everything I've built here. I know there's something I need to remember, something I'm supposed to be doing. Until I figure that out, I can't find peace.
Well, it's certainly a thing. We did escape the story time, had something to do, and apparently now we've forgotten.
And potentially lose everything I've built here? I'm not sure I can take losing everything all over again. And potentially lose everything I've built here? I know there's something I need to remember, something I'm supposed to be doing. Until I figure that out, I can't find peace.
Well, if there's supposed to be something if there's something we're supposed to be doing, then we should try to figure that out.
I do. I can't stand feeling there's something I need to remember. So I have to find out.
I understand, okay. Let's see if we can do an exercise. Jog your memory. What is the last thing you do remember?
Dropping out of uni and moving back in with Dad. I'd lost faith in myself and everyone around me. I'd broken up with Reza.
And then something did happen.
Be careful what you wish for, right? Reza vanishing. Me going after him, trying to track him down. I ended up in Newport. I remember being in a safe place and connecting to a dream machine. But that's where it ends.
And before that? Before leaving Casablanca?
Reza asked me to pick up a package. That's what set it all in motion. That and the static.
Do you remember what that turned out to be?
After I woke up, they filled in the blanks. Apparently it was some sort of glitch or virus. Rogue code infecting the World Wide Wire.
Yeah, it wasn't
Someone
exactly.
at Corp was using the dream machine to read people's minds. Someone I'd met.
Kavanagh.
Damien Kavanagh. The man behind it all. The perpetrator of the conspiracy. He'd put some sort of worm into the code, turning the dream machine into a mind-controlling tool affecting millions. At least that's what they say.
Wasn't that
He
Reza's
recorded the
source?
confession before he...
Hmm.
At least he came clean. Absolved his employer of any wrongdoing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Convenient.
In what way?
Oh, forget it. I don't remember any of it. All I know is they poisoned my mind. Inserted false memories. Nothing I saw or experienced was real. The little girl on the screens, the other...
The other world.
Arcadia. Another colourful figment of their imagination. A synthetic dream.
And you still remember nothing of going to Japan? Breaking into Waticorp?
Nope. I exposed a global conspiracy and all they gave me was a lousy coma.
I'm not sure that would make a
Aside
good
from
t-shirt.
you, Reza, and my dad, no one even knows I was involved. Reza kept me out of his exposé, and even he doesn't know what really happened during the week I was gone. Maybe my friend Olivia knew something, but she passed away.
You feel responsible.
I went off playing teen detective and people got hurt.
You're worried something else happened to you.
I mean, it's a week of my life. Gone.
That is a significant amount of time.
Have you used a dream machine yet?
God, no. I feel nauseous just watching the ads.
I'm not surprised
It's
at that either.
becoming a disease, an addiction. I'm concerned about what these lucid, perfect dreams are doing to us. And you were connected to a prototype. There's no way to predict how that may have affected you. Have you spoken with Gabrielle yet?
No, I'm not ready to discuss my dad. We don't talk. He rented out the house, moved to Mumbai.
That's perfectly fine. What do you want to talk about?
Is the new series of Eurotrash a valid topic?
Why not?
So I guess she doesn't remember anything about her mother.
Our time is almost up.
That's fine. I'm working today.
How's that going?
Really good. I enjoy it. A lot.
I'm glad to hear that. You weren't so sure a month ago.
I'm learning a lot. Neural programming, artificial intelligence. It helps me feel closer to Liv. Olivia, you know? Honoring her memory. Not in a self-sacrificing way. I want to do this. I like working with Mira and Wit. For now. And with the voluntary campaign work, I feel I contribute in other ways too.
You're keeping yourself busy and motivated.
Maybe
You've
too
come
busy.
a long way since we first met.
Thank you, Dr. Zelenka.
Roman, please. Same time next week?
Definitely. Thanks, Roman.
Take care, Zoe.
Should you really be on first name basis with your therapist? It's been a while since I've seen one, so I don't remember. And I was a kid, which might be a different situation. All right, we have our journal. April 4th, July 24th. And we also have the character library. Here is our new character, Sister Saya. Sister Saya is the Azadi emissary to the Northlands. As stewardess of Marcuria and administrator of the Engine Project, she is the youngest priestess to ever rise so fast and far, and there are whispers that she may someday become a mother. Putting her status in life at risk, however, is her illicit relationship with Commander Valmont, and her ambition to rise above the role of emissary, to establish a new Azadi seat of power in the Northlands. The two lovers are plotting to cement their control over Marcuria and use the Engine to serve their own ambitions. Saya answers to the Six, the child empresses of the Azadi Empire, as well as a mysterious prophet, architect of the engine. Alright, let's go ahead and finish up the episode by checking the journal. Tuesday, April 4th. Awake, alive, amnesiac. Doctor told me to keep a journal, said it might help me deal with not remembering, because this might be temporary, but it might also be permanent. A whole year lost. So, journal, dictating, voice to text. Expect some rambling. How to begin? Hello, diary? Hello, dear reader of my diary? No, I'm the only one who could be reading. I made sure of this. All the encryptions, and I'm certain I'll never read this because awkward. No matter. This is about the process of recording my thoughts, my days, my life. The days of my life. This is about remembering. So, key points. Been awake for a few days now, still in bed most of the time, but drugs and implants and robotic appendages are helping to make this a rapid recovery. A rapid physical recovery. Getting used to food. Food is lovely. They bring me the food and I eat the food. All the food. I eat all day. Weight gain will not be a problem. Dad wants me to join him in Mumbai. There's nothing for me here in Casablanca. An empty apartment, painful memories. I can't stay here. But live with Dad after all the things? As for my memories, not a whole lot of those. Not since before the whole ordeal. But Dad filled in a few of the gaps when I woke up. Reza vanished. I went searching for him. I discovered the Wadi Corp Dream Machine project / conspiracy. The story Reza was chasing. I also found out that my mother was involved, except I didn't know she was my mother. Also, I didn't know my mother was alive. Also, she put me in a coma. Summary? Went off after investigative journalist ex-boyfriend on silly rescue mission. Maybe she didn't... it might be that Zoe didn't mention this to her therapist. Understandably so. On the other hand, that could also represent a difficulty in moving past. Discovered corporate plot to control people's dreams. Found out my father's been lying to me all my life and that my mother isn't dead. In short, I thwarted a global conspiracy, and in return, Mummy Dearest injected me with an experimental drug. It's a sordid story. I could probably sell it for 1 billion new yuan. But hey, bonus, I saved the world. Made some tasty lemonade from those pesky lemons. No, following Dad to Mumbai is not an option. I'll have to do this on my own now, without Dad, without a safety net, without memories. I'm Zoe Castillo, awake, alive, and amnesiac. Monday, April 10th. Dear Diary, etc. 1 week. On my feet and feeling fine. Scary how quickly you can get over being in a coma for a year with the help of modern science. I barely have bed sores. So what now? I mean, I would hope that they would have taken care of the bed sores while you were in the coma. But Reza and I are talking about getting together again, and I've been thinking. He's living in Europolis. I'm rootless, no roots. I can go anywhere, it doesn't matter. I'm starting a new life. I get to pick where to begin. Yes, relationship. I work fast. Is this a good thing? It feels like it could be. Reza visited me almost every day when I was sick. He never stopped talking to me. He was the first thing I saw when I woke up. Okay, yes, so we broke up because it wasn't working, but that was before. This is after, and I'm different. We both are. And we've both turned a page, begun a new chapter. This is a good thing. I think I will join Reza in Europolis. Why not? It'll be an adventure. Friday, April 14th. I've decided to cut off contact with Dad, at least for now. This may turn out to be a bad idea, but I'm angry and disappointed. I can't forgive him for keeping so many secrets from me for so many years. Telling me my mother was dead when she so clearly wasn't, even if she was an evil bitch, and she is, and even if she ended up trying to kill me, and she did, that's not something you do to your only child. You don't lie. Not about that shit. I hope these feelings will pass. Or maybe hope isn't the right word. I'll keep an open mind. But for now, and for the foreseeable future, he will not be part of my life. My life right now is all about getting back on my feet emotionally. I'm walking just fine and moving to Europolis to live with Reza. That's enough for now. Monday, April 17th. Tomorrow, bye-bye Casablanca, hello Europolis. Europolis, that's so European. I've barely been to Europe. Not a huge fan. Rampant poverty, crime, pollution, awful food. And yet that's where I'm going, Europolis. Prague District, Propast. That was an easy choice, since that's where Reza's working. Yes, he's still with the hand that feeds, still an investigative journalist, still taking that whole saving the world thing seriously. I love him. I still don't know what I'll be doing once I get to Europolis, aside from playing house with Reza. When I woke up, I knew I didn't want to go back to school to continue my bioengineering degree. It was crystal clear to me, like I'd had that whole argument in my head while I was in the coma, and it was settled. That's fine. I'm not going to fight it. I'm just curious why my mind was set. It was odd. I think that, this would change one of the options we'd had in the story time, and there's a whole different way that you can go. This game, with all of its choices, does have a fair bit of replayability. I think that, I'm guessing that ultimately the ending doesn't change that much. In part because, you kind of always got to get it to the same place, a story, but you can take different paths to it, and I think that's primarily how the choices work in this game. But it can lead to pretty varying different stories. We're going to miss out on an entire character this way, and if we'd gone the other way, we'd miss out on characters that way, so... That's fine, I'm not going to fight it. I'm just curious why my mind was set. It was odd. Saturday, April 22nd. Iris, capital letters, please. I hate Europolis. Thank you, back to lowercase. 5 reasons I hate Europolis. There's no sun. None. It's always raining. Always. There's no vegetation. No trees, no plants, no grass. None. They claim to speak English, but it's littered with slang words like moss and boule. I'm not even sure that I'm pronouncing those right. I don't understand half of what they're saying. Did I mention there's no sun? Fuck this. But, oh, it's fantastic and I love it. Zoe, contradictions, you're full of them. I'm starting a new chapter. I'm putting the past behind me. I'm growing up, and I'm no longer defined by who I was or what I did or didn't do before the coma. That's why I love it. We've already found a place, super close to Reza's office, and we're moving in on Monday or Tuesday. Of course, we haven't actually seen the place outside of the simulation, but I'm sure it's perfect. It can be a hellhole, and it'll still be perfect. It doesn't matter how I feel about Europolis, or about the apartment, or about not having a job, or about being shit scared, because I'm here now, and this is the beginning of a new story for me. The funny thing about this, there's no vegetation, no trees, no plants, no grass, is that, just saw someone tweeting a really dumb take about how, parks in cities and urban areas are a waste of space. Just a place for dogs to poop. And it's like... I feel like you're missing the point. And I'm not even someone who likes going to parks. And I would not have it any other way than to have parks. Anyway, Monday, April 24th. I started therapy today. Dr. Roman Zelenka, psychotherapist. Good head of hair, dorky suit. Reza found him. He came recommended from someone at the hand. He's nice. I like him. There is chemistry. I can talk to him. He didn't push me or any of my very large buttons. Of course, it's all therapists smoke and mirrors, but I don't mind. If I don't see the strings being pulled, I don't care. Also, it's a 5-minute walk from home. Convenient. On that note, I do need to start working out. The food is pretty awesome here in Propast. I'm still not quite sure what therapy is going to do. Help me remember? I do want to remember. How much and how fast? I don't know yet. I'll take things as they come, I guess. I'm adaptable. Adaptable Zoe. Tomorrow I start looking around for something locally. A job where I can use at least a few of my skills. Or my head. Failing that, my body, and no, that doesn't sound right at all. I'd prefer something in tech, but I'm not picky. Whatever comes my way, I'll manage. Thursday, April 27th. So here are 3 facts about our tiny flat in the Sonnenschein Plaza Terraces. It's tiny. It's the size of my bedroom in Casablanca, if you didn't include the balcony. It smells weird. The window looks straight into a brick wall with neon signs on it. But I love it. We have our own place. I couldn't wish for anything more. I feel liberated. I feel like myself again. Well, sort of. A forgetful amnesiac self. Half Zoe, but a better half. Sunday, April 30th at 22:20. Which, man, I should have played this last year so that it was exactly 200 years after when I was playing. Oh well. Project Find a Friend, or 5, has begun. It sounds so desperate, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try and build a life for myself here, and part of that is having friends, right? The lady with the food cart outside Dr. Zelenka's office is one of my projects. She's really weird and a bit too intense, but I like her. Nella, was it? Yes, Nella. She's on my list. My list of candidates. Friends' candidates. If anyone ever finds out about this list, I will have to kill them. Sully's on the list too. Sully's a friend, but he's also Reza's best friend, so I can't hijack him and make him my best friend. Also, I'm starting to think Sully might have the teensiest crush on me. He's sweet, though. A true mensch. Well, that was easy. I have a job, I think. I was in the Chinese market, what they call the bricks, because bricks? Browsing for tea, when my iris popped up with a notification about a job posting just a few blocks away. Trainee neural engineer wanted ASAP. Unreasonably long hours, shit pay. Contact Mira at the Pandemonium. I don't know, I found that intriguing. The place, Pandemonium, looked shady from the outside and even shadier on the inside. And Mira turned out to be incredibly offensive, but something about her reminded me of my friend Liv. Also, the job sounds interesting. It's a trainee position, and I'll have to do a ton of non-neural programming stuff like deliveries and bot assembly, but I think I'll learn a lot. And it's a complete left turn for me, something completely different, which is good. At the same time, it's also like I'm following Liv's, Olivia DeMarco's, footsteps, honoring her memory. She was always trying to teach me, and she kept asking me to start working for her. Of course, back then I lacked the motivation and drive, but now I want to learn. I want to do something with my life. I don't know if this is it, but it's something. We'll see where it goes. Mira didn't really confirm whether I got the job or not, but she also said to stop by at 9 o'clock tomorrow, so yes? We'll see how that plays out, I guess. Her partner, Whit, didn't say a word when I was there, and Mira kept insulting him, but it didn't look like it bothered him at all. He seems like a gentle giant. But is he mute? He didn't even look at me once. I'm not sure I get him yet. He is huge, though. Massive. A mountain. Thursday, June 15th, 22:20. I knew I wouldn't be able to keep updating my journal on a regular basis. I'm so predictable. And busy. Busy me, busy, busy bee. So, an update. Yoga for my mind. An exercise in memory. Here goes. 1. Europolis is growing on me. Okay, yes, a flat is awful. The ventilation system rarely works. It's hot. It smells weird. There's no sunlight. And people talk funny. But I like the energy. I like the diversity. Casablanca was like London. Beautiful, safe, prosperous. All shiny metal and glass and polished stone. But never particularly exciting. It's exciting here. And there's history in these streets. Filthy, stinky, crumbling, fading history. But history. There are art galleries and cinemas and 1,000 million food carts. I had a pierogi for lunch, and it was delicious. Sure, there are seedy sex clubs, illegal dream emporiums, and people urinating on the streets. But at least it's genuine urination. Urination with gusto. 2. I like my job. Weird, I know. I'm not using my education at all, and I'm starting on the floor. Below the floor. In the sub-basement. But that's sort of refreshing. Liberating. I'm learning a lot. I feel like I'm actually evolving. Maybe in 6 months, a year, I can use my newfound skills to get a good job, but for now I like this. 3. I've gone political. So that's pretty weird, I guess. When did Zoe ever care about politics? I hear people say inside their heads, which means I can read minds now. Awesome. But I both do and don't. Let me explain. Dear Diary, I'm now volunteering for a political campaign. I was browsing the wire looking for things to do locally, and there it was, an ad for a voluntary position, assisting the Leah Uminsky campaign. Uminska is the mayoral candidate for Unity, the Europolitan Social Democratic Party. Hey, I thought that's a thing to do, which could also be rewarding and interesting. I read up on Unity's agenda and Uminska's track record. Figured they were probably the party I'd vote for, if I voted, which I haven't. Zoe, that's terrible. And sent in my application. Everyone should vote. The next day, I met Bruti. Bruti is great. More about him later. And 30 minutes later, I was a volunteer with a mission. I was political. So why? It's like waking from a slumber, I guess. Or, hey, maybe a coma. Before all the things, I lived in a protected bubble. I was spoiled, I was bored, I was aimless. I didn't care. But going through what I went through, losing everything and everyone, moving to a new city, it's given me perspective, if nothing else. And even if I'm still not a very political person, I do see the need for change to happen, here, everywhere. Also, meeting Bruti and seeing his engagement and passion, that's infectious. It must be amazing to care as much as he does, to sacrifice and work hard to achieve something for the greater good. I want that. I want to be able to feel that way. And the Social Democrats seem like the only ones who won't do any more harm to Europolis. How's that for idealism? As for Project Find a Friend, I'm not doing a very good job. Here are my candidates. Nella of Nella Bites, food cart lady, Marxist, firecracker, very loud and energetic. Better in small doses. I could tolerate having lunch with her and maybe watching an old movie. Not a sleepover or a day of shopping. Or a night of drinking. Sully. Love Sully. Sully is the best. But he's Reza's friend, and he likes me just a tiny bit too much for us to just hang out on our own without it feeling maybe a teensy bit awkward. He's still awesome. Best guy. Bruty, campaign manager guy. Yeah, maybe. He makes me smile, and I have lots of fun working with him. For him. But he's my boss, and we're very different. We can be friendly. We can have drinks and talk about the campaign, or Europolis, or food, but that's as far as it goes. Mira? Wit? Yeah, no. Reza? This is a depressing list. Sunday, July 23rd. I can't believe it's not sand. I read they use imported space rocks that are pulverized, processed, exposed to radiation to, hey, irony, remove radiation, and then they just use that to make fake beaches. Why not just use sand or earth rocks? Or are space rocks so much better than earth rocks? Anyway, we're not in Europolis anymore, Toto. Trieste is exactly how I imagined Trieste would be, filled with Europolitans escaping the smog and fog and heat and rain and pollution in order to risk skin cancer on fake beaches while eating food that's a lot worse than the food in Propast, in hotels made of plastic polymers. Also, swimming is out of the question. You really need to wear a hazmat suit to go swimming in the Mediterranean these days. This is a far cry from the pristine beaches of Camps Bay or Ngor or even Zanzibar. And now I miss Africa. But this trip wasn't about all that. This was about getting away and being together and strengthening our relationship. It's been a bit rocky lately. It's been tough on Reza to have me in his space, and tough on me to jump straight from year-long coma to relationship. Tough all around. There have been moments when I've thought, was this a good choice? Did I really think it through? Can I deal with the consequences? So, yeah, we needed this. We need more of this. We're both so busy and preoccupied in Propass that we sometimes get on each other's nerves. Here, we've been able to relax, find peace, and have lots and lots of awesome sex. I'm still worried. I'm worried that we'll grow apart again. I'm worried that my instincts were right about the first time around. That Reza's a good friend more than he is a partner. I'm worried, but I'll leave the worrying now for another day, while I focus on soaking up these last few rays of wonderful sun. Also, can't complain about the sex. Sunday night, an update. It's really late, and I have to be up really early. Reza's in the shower, and I'm laying here in bed, staring up into the ceiling, thinking. It was such a hassle getting back into Propast. There are eye checkpoints everywhere now, and you need to show papers just to move between sectors, which is insane. So we waited in line for almost an hour, and then we started arguing, and suddenly all the good vibes from the weekend vanished, and I felt like crying. It got better afterwards. We made up. But I can't help but feel there's something off. Like we've started down different paths, and right now those paths are parallel, but soon they'll diverge, and then... Here's Reza now. I think I'm overreacting. I'm so tired and grumpy. And good night. Monday, July 24th, 2220. 3 months in therapy. Still batshit crazy. Hello. I'm not complaining. The doc's doing a good job. Probably. My head's a mess. I've lost over a year of memories, but I'm getting better. Ish. And I do want to remember. That's probably a step in the right direction, right? At least there's that. Anyway, I've spent enough time in my head today. No more psychotherapy. Dear Diary, let's move forward and focus on the present. And when we come back next time, we'll take a look around Roman's gigantic... Oh, digital painting. Gigantic office. Holy cow. I do like the look of the city. But that will be next time. See you then, everyone.